Well, not gonna lie, but after using Scam, no, it wasn't Scam, no, it was Blissey, sorry. I felt like a bit of a dick because the guy said he watched me for original stuff. I felt like a bit of a dick, and it's usually my main thing that well, part of it is I generally like to make guys that I enjoy using, I feel everyone else will enjoy watching. But lately, I haven't really been in that mood. I've been trying out stuff I haven't really ever used before. So later on, you'll actually see me using Scam Bliss Noir, for fuck's sake. Because, I felt 4th gen that was the best core 4th gen had to offer, and you don't really see it much anymore. However, as I said, I said in that battle, I haven't seen a Scam or a Blissey or a Noir in a long time, and here's a Scam in this battle. Anyway, I've got a 1 golden oldie, 1 NU quite common set, and a few guys that I thought were decently original. This is an Encore counter, focus sash anti-lead ape, mix ape as well. So he's going to lead off with a Rotom. I don't want to sit in there for that. That's a waste of my time. I'm going to go to Valentina, my Vileplume. This is my golden oldie, because I love Vileplume. So this is the Stun Spore, Charm, Giga Drain, Aromatherapy set, which I do enjoy using quite a lot. He is going to Volt Switch out of my Vileplume, and I believe he is going to, after a bit of time, he either goes to Zelf, which he calls Mew free. Now, I figured I could take a Psychic. I am max HP, max special defense Vileplume, as I usually do it. He is Life Orbed, and it brings me down very, very close. So if he was Specs, I would have died. I do go Stun Spore, and I miss, which is a pain in the ass, but yeah, that's what I get for running, what is it, a 75% accuracy move? It's going to happen at some point. So I miss with my Stun Spore there, and Vileplume at the moment is effectively fodder. Now, one of the things I was really worried about with this Elf, and the main reason I don't go into Tyranitar, I have an Unnerve Mix Expert Belt Tyranitar. The main reason I don't go into Tyranitar is because I thought Zelf had a fighting move in there. I thought it had something to take down Tyranitar. Whereas I do actually look on Cerebi later on in this battle, and I find that it really doesn't. It has nothing, unless it has Hidden Power Fighting. And if it did, then Life Orb would probably kill me. But for the time being, I'm not quite ready to go into Tyranitar. My mix wall I have is an Empoleon. It's Stealth Rock, Yawn, Surf, and Grass Knot. But I know Azelf's going to be packing the T-Bolt. But I'm going to go into Infernape. I'm going to bite the bullet and assume I'm faster. However, as it turns out, I'm not. He must be timid max speed, because he outspeeds my timid max speed. Timid max speed Swoobat later on. So yeah, that was a bit of a pain in the ass, but there you go. So I got pretty lucky with Infernape, but my main plan was if he does outspeed me, I have a Sash, and an Overheat will probably kill it. So I Overheat here on the Hitmontop. I do a nice chunk. I get it down to half, but it has lefties, and I know Hitmontop is fairly slow. So if I can get Tyranitar in, I'm not particularly threatened by the Hitmontop. It just kind of depends if he's rocking the Mach Punch or the Close Combat. Because I did put a bit of speed in my Tyranitar. It has 190 speed. But for the time being, I'm going to go into my Latios. This is a DD Latios with a Lumberry. Here I make a massive misplay, I really do. I go DD instead of Zen Headbutt, because what I should have done, it was a bit too early to set up. I got a bit cocky. I thought I could DD up, but I completely spaced the Scam as well, so it was really stupid in that instance. But he's going to trick me a Choice Scarf. I said he made a very good play. He told me that he was just trying to get rid of the power, assuming I was Choice Specs. So I'm locked into DD now. I feel like a bit of a buck, not going to lie. That was quite a dumb play on my part. My Latios isn't wasted, but because this is a sort of it's vaguely bulky, it's got quite a lot of defense investment, a little bit of HP, and then it's sort of split up between attack and speed. So after a DD, it has a nice amount of power. I make another misplay and going to Empoleon there. I knew he was probably going to Volt Switch, but I don't, Vileplume is generally my counter to Rotom. I kind of lost it. I don't think Empoleon's going to do too much with that Zelf kicking around. But he's going to bring in a Scam, and I'm just going to go for a Yawn on the Scam, because I would like this thing to be put to sleep. I don't really want to deal with it at all. It's a massive pain in the arse. And he's going to set up his Stealth Rocks. I know what kind of Scam it is. You can predict Scam any day of the week, unless it's my Taunt Counter Scam. Haha! Oh, happy days. Yeah, so I might actually upload this after the Bliss Noir. Scarm battles, because I actually have been stocking up my .5. It's getting a bit silly now. Oh well. Anyway, he's going to switch out because I yawned him. He's going to go into Hitmontop, get an Intimidate on me. I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rocks. Pretty pointless. He can Rapid Spin away whenever he likes. While I know Tyranitar will probably outspeed this Hitmontop, I can't see it that having that much speed, because Hitmontop is just that slow. I kind of figured, I don't want to go into Tyranitar, especially not with Empoleon in, because all he has to do is go for a close combat, and that's wasted Tyranitar. So I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go into Latios. I was thinking I could lock myself in a Zen Headbutt or Outrage, one of the two. And I could have gone into Swoobat, but I'm slightly worried he's going to have Sucker Punch. But I am actually predicting the switch into Scarm, so I'm going to go into Infernape. He goes Sucker Punch, and now this is a prime time to get me some lovely Encore on this Hitmontop. So that's what I go for. Very sexy play, I'm not going to lie. I actually do quite like this Infernape. It doesn't do its the whole purpose is it's just meant to counter or Encore something into Stealth Rocks and then effectively die, or just hit things till it dies. That's his game plan. But it does a bit more than this. It sort of gives me a bit of a pivot, gives me something, a counterpoint to a lot of his guys. Here I am predicting the switch, and I am going to go Close Combat, because, I was thinking he might bring in Scarm, he could bring in Gastro, he has a lot of things to bring into an Overheat. Well, not to an Overheat, sorry. Well, not Scarm. Anyway, I go Close Combat, predicting him to predict the Overheat. I went off topic there. And in comes the Rotom. I know I'll outspeed us. I'm Max Speed Hasty, which I know is kind of stupid with the counter, but I wanted it purely for Encore purposes, so I can bring the Infernape in, get an Encore on whatever I need if it's still knocking around, or I can outspeed whatever the lead is, Encore it, that sort of thing. So I 2-hit KO the Rotom, down that goes, that's nice. In comes the Hitmontop again. I'm still not entirely sure if he's got Mach Punch, though. Or Close Combat, for that matter. I don't really just want to sack my Infernape right here. It does a lot of use on, I can use it to get rid of Skarmory. So I'm just going to switch out. I'm going to go into Latios. And he's going to switch out and go into his Gastrodon. Now, my main game plan here at this point is I'm just going to go Outrage, because I want to hit the Gastrodon as hard as I can. Despite the fact that he saw DD, he didn't think I was going to be Outrage Latios, and Latios gets a crit. So that's very good. Down goes the Gastro. Like I say, I was just trying to get it. I knew the Skarm was there, and I knew he could have gone into it, but I want to make it so he feels safe to stay in with Skarm, or maybe he'll win me out. I kind of wanted to go into Tyranitar on the Skarm. That's when Skarm comes in, I'm going to try and get T-Tar in. He's going to bring in Hitmontop because he knows he can Sucker Punch, but because of the defensive bulk I invested into my Latios, I am going to take one. I'm just going to go for an Outrage, which is good. I'm getting a lot of damage. I know that because I'm confused, that he's probably going to go something else. I kind of want to see what if something else is, because I'm predicting him to predict me to switch. So I'm going to stay in Outrage. I just want to get my Latios to die so I can bring in something else. I get a bit of scouting going, So I do go Outrage. I break through the confusion, and I hit the Hitmontop. It does a hefty chunk, I'll give it that, especially at -1. So I'm liking that. He hits me with a Toxic. I know he's going to go into Skarm this turn, and I really wanted Latios to hit itself. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's like I was saying in another battle. The game hates you when you want it to, you want bad luck. Like, you want to hit yourself in confusion, you want a move to miss, that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Or you want, like, a Hydro Pump to hit you, and it doesn't. That kind of shit. So, Latios hits through confusion, breaks out of confusion. I Outrage. I am going to die this turn. He knows I'm going to die. He makes the good play, goes for a Roost to get his Sturdy back. I was tempted to go into Infernape at this point, but I still think it has some usage there. And, since my main game plan was to get Tyranitar in on the Skarm, I'm going to go to Tyranitar. If he goes to Hitmontop, I'm going to hit that heftily. If he feels like going to a Zelf, that's going to take a Fire Blast to the Dome. So that sort of thing. I'm feeling pretty confident. So I'm just going to go Fire Blast. And he is, in fact, going to Whirlwind me out. I'm pretty sure Fire Blast is quite common on Tyranitar's, but usually on lead Stealth Rock sets. So I don't know if that was what he was predicting. Maybe he's predicting me to be banded. I'm not entirely sure. But I go Fire Blast, hit him. He hasn't seen any recoil or anything, so he doesn't really know. In comes Sabinus, the Swoobat here. This is because Swoobat got Simple, so Calm Mind is effectively a nasty plot plus an Amnesia on Swoobat. It's really nice. So I figured it's actually been. I was talking to Falter Half earlier, and he says that it's quite a common set in NU, or it's been tried and done. I think it was one of those things that people were getting kind of excited about, but sort of forgot. In comes the Azelf, and this is where I see that he outspeeds me. I was really quite pissed. I was having a look at Cerebi. He has base 115 speed, I have base 114. I was like, fuckery do. He's timid max speed. That's a pain in the ass. So, there you go. I get outsped. It was a toss-up between Heatwave or Shadow Ball, but I figured I'd rather have Shadow Ball Hidden Power Fighting combo, just so I can kind of hit everything. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what kind of applications Heatwave could really have on Swoobat. It is a stored power Swoobat as well, because I figured out, I think each boost you get gives it plus another 20 to the base power, so after a Calm Mind it's 100 base plus 2. And stab, that's pretty nice. Max special attack with Life Orb as well, so I figure that'd be pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people have done. I'd be severely surprised if a lot of people ran Psychic. Psychic is good if you can't get a boost up, but Swoobat kind of needs the boost. Either way, I'm going to go into Tyranitar. I'm biting the bullet that he won't have Hidden Power Fighting, and I am right, he does not. He's going to switch out and go to his Hitmontop. I knew he was going to go into it, but I go Crunch, because the Zelf is just that big a threat. I need to get it gone. It's a massive pain in my nuts at the moment. I know I'll outspeed as well, but I don't know what else he has left, so I'm just going to sack Edith right here to see what he's got, and he shows me close combat. So it's like, right, okay, bring in Infernape, overheat, and this thing will be gone. I'm okay. The Azelf can't kill Tyranitar in one hit, as far as I know. So I should be fine. I'm feeling pretty confident. Gonna go into Infernape. I'm going to go for that overheat. And to my dismay, I completely forgot. Tyranitar is my packing my solitary ice move on this team. I was thinking of using it on Empoleon, but I wanted Grass Knot so he wasn't completely forced out. And in comes the Salamence, and I'm like, oh, boobies, that's not good. I pretty much said, hey, yeah, that's GG. I can't win. The only way I could win is if I get a crit close combat. And even then, that means Tyranitar has to take a hit from an Azelf, and then I have to pretty much hope Sucker Punch wouldn't kill, or I'd outspeed and, kill him with Superpower, I guess, or Fire Blast. He had the Hitmontop had low enough health that I might have been okay. But there you go. So there you go. I lose, but I actually had fun. I enjoyed a lot of the sets. The Tyranitar is something that I think can work. I wanted Focus Punch, I will admit, but because it's on Nerve, can't get Focus Punch, so I'm running Superpower instead. But yeah, I like some of these guys. I'm going to keep going with this team. I might try and make my, go back into my, I'm going to try and make a super duper team mode. But for the time being, I apologize for not using original shit. This is actually something I want to use, so I'm happy. And if you're happy, then that's a plus. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.